even we are going to be focusing 100% on. But that is not the only thing that at DPS we are going to be believing. And probably that is what would also differentiate us from the other schools that are there. पढ़ाई जरूरी है, but सब कुछ नहीं. I believe the last 1 hour was, Vaibhav and other people were trying to tell you in their own different ways that to develop into a successful person, there is much more that is needed. And to do that, at DPS we've started a lot of initiatives. I'll just quickly summarize. When it comes to the languages part, except for English, Hindi and Sanskrit, the 3 languages fairly there in all the schools, it's there in all parts of the country. It could be English, Hindi, Sanskrit, it could be English, Hindi, Tamil, which is very much there in news these days. But apart from the 3 languages, we at DPS have started German, Spanish and French. So 3 plus 3 languages make that 6. Now you are no longer just going to be concentrating on the Indian languages, but it's the global languages, which was also mentioned by one of the person who was taking a session in different periods, that's right. Apart from that, then we have Abacus and Vedic Maths, which is complemented by a Maths lab by NIIT. Then we have a English language lab, which helps in the English speaking part, which is a challenge that we face, particularly in Halwani, where the dialect is not very clear. For science, we have a stream lab, which is complemented by Tri-Fi kits, which are DIY kits, along with a VR lab. So now VR lab is something that you must have seen. It's those fancy equipments that are put on the eyes, and then you visualize everything in 3D form. It's a new technology which is again helping the children explore and understand things in a much better way. Apart from this, yes, Twin, led by Vaibhav, Anshul and Aparna ma'am, is very much a part of DPS personality development, career counseling, child pedagogy and various stages. And trust me, it is not easy to get Vaibhav. He's a renowned celebrity now, and it's not easy to get him on stage. And whenever he comes, all of us are totally glued to what he speaks and how relevant it is. So Vaibhav and his team is working with DPS. It's been a lot of time, and every year there is a progression that is happening. Please make the most of these sessions. It's a luxury. Then further down we have sports coaches. DPS has introduced specific coaches in 7 disciplines: cricket, football, basketball, skating, chess, table tennis and badminton. Now these are coaches which come specifically for a time slot, train the children in a sport of their choice and help also build the school team around it. Last year our team participated in Bombay in the Inter-DPS Zonal Championship, and our students travelled all the way to Bombay for football. Our students travelled to Varanasi for swimming. So again the competitions happen at 3 levels. We have Inter-DPS, which is Pan-India. We have CBSE level, which is again Pan-India. Then we have the local PSA Public School Association, which is Halwani based. And then we have the Sahodaya cluster. So at 4 levels, we have the competitions which are happening. Beside that is inter-school, inter-house, which is all within the school, right? And Vaibhav gave the vision for 2047. I slightly changed it in terms of sports. 2036 is when India is putting its bid for Olympics to be held in India, and we have only 11 years left. So around the same campaign, we are going to be launching our sports complex this year, which will have squash, badminton, archery, shooting. Aligning with the Olympic requirements, we are only 11 years short of India hosting the Olympics for the first time in 2036. Right? When I speak of third-party activities, then we have Astro Pathshala, which is basically a lot to do with geography and astronomy. And dear parents, all these activities that are happening, besides what is already in-house, NCC is an in-house activity this year, swimming is an in-house, horse riding is an in-house, taekwondo, yoga, club activities in the form of debate, heritage and so on, about 10 clubs. All this is happening, and I want to make it very clear once again, there is nothing extra which is being charged. There are no annual charges when it comes to the fees that you pay for your boards. It's all a part of tuition fees. I'm sure when you see the fee booklets, when you see the fee instruction sheets, and also when you make the fee payments, it is only and only tuition fees. Transport if opted for, otherwise it is only tuition fees. Admission fees is payable only once at the time of admission. Apart from that, अगर कोई आपसे कह रहा है कि 50 रुपए, 100 रुपए, 200 रुपए, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं. And it is in written which is being given to you. You can verify that at any point of time from the accounts or from any of the teachers. In some activities, so if we were to break down and include, it would come up as a huge cost on us. But at DPS, we've tried to create an amalgamation of all of it and fit it into the cost that is there. So please make the best of it. You can get a horse to the well, but you cannot force it to drink water. We will make the most of the efforts to get the best technology, to get the best people to you and your children. Please encourage. I am always surprised by the kind of participation we have in these events. But still we don't stop trying. We would have liked it to be a completely household with 500 people and others also waiting. But still we say, hum zarur karenge, next time. And that participation is going to come from your side. It is not something which is a charge given. Although wherever अगर कोई charge audience के सामने भी करेगा तो it will be a household. But this is not something that is, charged kind of a thing. So please ensure there is participation. Please ensure that all of you as parents turn up. And we will ensure the rest of it by making sure that it is the best. That is why DPS is there. The best brand, with the best infrastructure, with the best resources available. And for which I, Principal Ma'am, and I take full responsibility on behalf of it. At any point of time there is anything, please feel free to reach out to me. I may not be able to return your calls, but a mail or a message will definitely be looked into. There is also a box which is placed outside my office. And which is there for students, and a lot of times students have put in a feedback which is being looked into. So please reach out for any suggestion, we'll be more than happy to do that. Another change that we are going to be getting this year is we are going to have all classes as AC in the coming year. We are in the process of upgrading our infrastructure where we will be having all AC classrooms, and it does not again come at extra cost. It is all a part of what is happening. I say this because the moment there is something new which is to come, एक डर आ जाता है कि शायद उसके साथ कोई एक extra cost या extra burden तो नहीं आएगा. As parents, you are already doing a lot for your children. We don't want to burden you even more right now. So there is nothing which is going to be, even for this year there has been no increase in the fees also. We've continued with the same fees which was there last year. There has been zero increase in the tuition fees, in the transport fees. Right? So we ourselves are trying to make the changes and adapt ourselves, keep ourselves. It's easier to reach number one, but very difficult to maintain. So we've reached number one, we know that. But to maintain ourselves over there, we have to work even harder. And that is the reason we are going to be making these changes and updating ourselves and along the way our students as well. Right? Just last one closing thought. I forgot to mention the SIP, School Integrated Program, that is there with Unacademy. This is there for classes 9 to 12 for JEE and NEET preparation, medical and engineering along with foundations. And class 11th, we've also launched scholarship up to 1.5 lakh rupees per student on the basis of class 10 board result. This is to motivate and promote the students. We want the toppers of Talwani to be in DPS. Our students and the outside students. Right? And just last closing thought, it comes from a lot of spirituality within, and we are also during Navaratri right now. So whenever DPS was not here, when we were in the process of getting DPS, it was not easy. We had to convince the people in Delhi that Haldwani is ready for a DPS kind of an institute. It took us almost good 2-3 years. And whenever I would cross by, I would just stop at Rail Baba Mandir and offer a small prayer that if you feel I deserve to get DPS to Haldwani and I'm able to do full justice to it, the powers think that I will be able to do full justice to it, please help me. And the prayer was answered. 2016 we signed the MOU, 2018 DPS started. Now we've completed 7 years in starting the 8th session. So tomorrow, on the day of Navami, there is a small bhandara which is being organized at Bel Baba Mandir. And we are very proud and happy that DPS is a part of it. So as parents, as staff members, please come for whatever short time your schedule allows. Please come there. We are going to be there. Take the prasad. And let's just say thank you to the powers that helped us reach where we are. And to give us strength to be ready to face the new challenges which come in the coming years. So it's a small request. I think I've covered everything. So thank you so much, dear parents. Please keep on collaborating with us, be there and support.